What's going on YouTube? All right, so I'm going to show you my setup. I literally made hundreds of thousands of dollars over years with this setup. My best practices, my personal, basically AV setup in my house here that we're still working on, and obviously the tools that I use to make money off of this and how you can, and my pricing. All right, guys, let's get into it. Alright guys, so this is the new rack. We got 10 H25 DirecTV receivers and HR54, so we got a total of 15 tuners right here, so which is fantastic. Actually all of these down here are actually going towards the basement, but I do have clients which run off the Genie itself going upstairs for the rest of the receivers. So yeah, 15 tuners, 15 receiver, 15 ways to record, although you can only record 5 channels at one time with the Genie. So, but I do have access from any TV location. So that is the main thing. And obviously, as you can see, I do have my own little portable TV right there. I don't have it on right now, but it's actually battery powered. So when you're in this kind of business, having your own TV portable on site is great. Actually, a must. That way you can activate, you can troubleshoot, and you can verify to make sure your work is good. So before we get into the bags, we're gonna go into the AV closet. So this is the DirecTV system that I just installed, Swim 30 26 tuners. I know a lot of this is probably nobody cares about, but we'll go over it anyway. Each time I run a new construction low voltage package, you're gonna have one coax RG6 solid copper, and then you're gonna have 4 Cat 6. See if I can't get it in there, with one shielded. That way you can have video distribution, internet, you know, you can do you know, HDMI over Cat 6, all that kind of stuff. So each TV location. So I've got 10, actually 12 locations in the basement. So you guys can imagine I've been busy terminating down here, and I got to do it at each TV location, which we'll get to in a second when I'm going over the bags. I did run 20 amp service for those two double gangs, and then another 20 amp service over there. We have amps, we've got receivers. I don't want to run out of power, so I have got 40 amps dedicated just for the AV closet here itself. So we don't have too big of a setup here, but it's gonna be nice for sure. And also my entire basement's on its own 100 amp sub panel. So yeah, that's basically stuff with some wire management, which is the fun part, but yeah, we're getting to it. So guess going into it, this is the bag that I use almost always, because I'm not actually, we'll get into it because I don't usually put my belt on to do that one. But this one sits just like it is on a workstation or on my rack over there, and I can just basically work out of. You got Cat 6, you got RJ45s, and you got coax. Obviously these are running low because I've used over, I think, like 70 of these things in this project. In my house we've got 1,800 linear feet of coax ran, and we've got over 5,000 feet of Cat 6. So yeah, we got some termination to do, and most of it's already done down there. I just got to go to each TV location. So get back to this. On the outside, we got our tape loom. We've got the M12, my favorite Surge, fantastic. I do keep the belt hook on this one, so I can get it right there. Boom, it sits good. So that way I can just carry it. On this side, we've got my knife, we've got a Sharpie, and we've got my Fluke non-contact voltage tester. If you guys can hear, that's my tile guy running my tile saw, my IQ tile saw for my bathroom. He's working on my bathroom. So sorry about that, but it is what it is. On the main compartment, we're going to have a couple diagonal cutters, dikes. These are my Weehas. These are fantastic. I have a couple of these sets. So just, I mean, the grip on them is fantastic. I like them. And then we got the tried and true Knipex. Things are fantastic because I always leave these, either one on my rack or something, and I'm like, I need the one, I forget where it's at. So having 2 is fantastic. We have my Klein punch down tool. So for obviously punching down blocks for Cat 6, Cat 5. We've got zip ties for wire management, and obviously we use the tape for the wire management, and obviously Velcro, but I don't have any Velcro here. I'm just using zip ties and tape. You guys can see all the tape on there. So VDB, this is the Scout Pro 3 tester. It's fantastic. There's the right where it'll focus. Oh well, anyways. So that's my tester, making sure everything works. And we've got coax and test leads right there, the ends. And then down the bottom, of course, we're going to have an outlet tester. And then if you guys can see, we got some cable strippers, RG6 cable strippers. I got a couple of those, one there, and then we got one 7/16 and 1/2 inch plus the straight up. This is a Milwaukee version, but that's to take off outlets if I need to, if I can't do it with my impact or my other multi 11-in-1 screwdriver right there. Data scissors, I got a couple of these obviously, but there's a pair right there. And down the bottom, you guys can see these are these are just coax clips. So you can, so you don't squeeze the coax, and it makes it easy where if you need to, wire management. Again, same thing what I did over here. If I can see right there. All right, where is it at? There it is, right there. So it just makes the wire. It's easier just to keep everything nice and pretty and make everything nice and pretty. So I'm not doing it for. It's always built into my estimates for wire management because I'm not doing it for the actual customer. I'm doing it for when I have to come back and do service work or fix something. I can always, easily find stuff if I need to. I can label stuff, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, that's my Klein bag. This is not ideal for low voltage, but it's working out. It's very, very sturdy. It's got the plastic side. I highly recommend it if you guys want. And these obviously are fantastic for putting your hand in, grabbing materials and stuff like that when you need to. So if I'm just stationary for a long time, like I would be here, which I am here, just basically terminating until hours and hours. I think I'm probably 4 hours into this termination, and I still have probably another 20 or 30 to go. So. Well, not that many. We got maybe 10 or so to go here. So, and if you guys are wondering, yeah, I just, I trim them off and then you got to pull them. So this is, again, what they look like. So, all right, so let's get into why I have two. The reason why I have two is because I can put my belt loop through here, or a belt or a secondary belt, and I can carry this with me. So when I'm actually terminating each of these TVs locations, that's what I'll be doing because it's not efficient and I don't like to bend down and hit the floor or carry this Torx, like this workstation here with me. So I just carry it with my belt and then I can just terminate stuff and it's fantastic. I do have a a key spring that I will attach to my, if I'm doing a bunch of coax, it'll attach right here where it can zip out and zip in. That way I don't have to keep worrying where it's at and trying to find it, because trying to find tools in your tool bag is a little bit time consuming if you're doing it hundreds and hundreds of times a day. So yeah, and then I obviously we keep the same exact thing here. It's just kind of duplicates, but I can carry this on my person, walking around, doing things. It's much more efficient than trying to carry this from one spot to one spot. So yeah, that's my coax loadout. That's my RJ45 Cat 6 loadout, you guys. I've made hundreds of thousands of dollars running low voltage coax and Cat 6. Very lucrative, something you can add onto your repertoire or your skill set very easily. You just watch a couple of YouTube videos. You can just keep practicing and practicing, and you'll get it. I mean, it's super easy. Little bit of tools. You might already have most of these things, and you're off and running. You can definitely do some business. Wire fishing is another skill. You're gonna need obviously other things. I can link in some description for that kind of work, but it's absolutely a great skill to have. Plus, you're bringing signal to a TV location, making the customer happy, and then it's immediate gratification once you bring a line from a receiver or an internet location to bring it to a TV, so they have wired net, or receiver has power and signal. So it's fantastic. So that's basically it, you guys. Like, this is my setup. It's what I've been working with for years now. I bought this a little while ago. This one's I've had for a long time. Actually, these wear out because there is no padding underneath. It just wears straight out. You got a little bit right there, but as compared to like a professional grade Klein, you guys can see that's all plastic. So very nice. So they do, but that's why I use this on my belt. It doesn't really sit on the ground any much, and I can just go from location to location and just rock it out. So I guess that's it for this video, you guys. That's my coax and Cat 6 rant. I've got plenty of work ahead of me, but I mean, we've got plenty. I mean, we've been working. So I will say, between Klein and Ideal, these are both nice. This is the pass-through termination for. Oh, this is not Ideal. This is Platinum Tools, but the same thing. They're all made by the same manufacturer of those. And then I also have my Klein ones right here. These are nice as well. I do like those. Fantastic. So if you guys have any questions, concerns, leave them in the comment section below. I absolutely just back in love with this kind of setup because I don't do it every day, but when I do it a lot, and it's definitely been it's been fun. I enjoy wire management, and it's especially my own project. You know, this is all going to be changed. You guys can see there's a bunch of wires, but we got to get those taken care of. But we have a lot of work ahead of us. It's going to be fun. 10 TVs in the basement, all on their own receiver. It's Control 4, so we can control it through an iPad, their application, and each TV can be on its own station or separate. So, back to work.